year that we were talking about. And that became a pool and case study of couples over the years.
So we talked about when we were there that people who start businesses together statistically stay together longer. And you said statistically that's true.
Yeah.
So through your case studies, walk us down why you think that is true, that couples who build businesses and wealth together last longer.
Yeah, there was actually a case study. It was a study done and it was posted on the Journal of Psychology. And they had a pool of couples. And what they realized with the pool of couples that your net worth will increase by 77% simply by learning and investing in the process of supporting each other. So what did that look like? So the couples that decided to support each other, the couples that said, you know what is it that you need from me? I got your back. And I supply that for you, and vice versa. That couple, their personal net worth increased by 77% simply by making a decision of supporting one another. And that's an individual net worth, right? So imagine together, right? So that's something that was, and then there's numerous studies after that that claim the same thing, that because if you support each other, your net worth increases. And I mean, you guys are a perfect example of that, right? So what year did you actually became not at this level, but started growing and started becoming? When did that happen? And how close was that from knowing Asia or Asia being involved and supporting your vision?
That was what year that was?
If you can
Technically,
pinpoint.
yeah, I can. I started my business September of 2018. We got married June 2018. So June is a 6 months. So 3 months into marriage. As soon as we got married, we we bought an apartment together. I was, of course, I was in the military and she was a full-time college student. So she had a part-time job. I had a full-time job and a side hustle. So, soon as we got married, our net worth literally increased because the military, like, I was making 2 grand a month and it went to 4 grand a month. Plus, I was making another 3 grand barbering. So instantly, as soon as we got married, I'm making 7K a month right out the bat. And she was bringing in about 1.5. So we had a 6-figure, like at 22 years old, we already got a 6-figure household. So I told her all money in, so your money can go to paying the bills, and this other money that I use is going to be all investments. So I'm throwing in about 4 to 6K a month. We would still take a trip every once in a while. We were newly married and we couldn't really go nowhere because I was in the military, like a honeymoon, and we didn't have the money until we got married. You get what I'm saying? Like literally a month into marriage. So that was 2018. Like this stuff happened this fast. Like if I tell you the timeline, you're gonna be like, wow. So we got married in June. By August, it's a steady 8K a month. By December, I got like 20K saved up, something like that. And she ends up being pregnant in December.
Was that planned?
Yes.
Might as well say
It
yes.
was. Be honest? Should I be honest? I was saved up when I found out she was pregnant. And once my business grew to 30K a month, I told her this is too much. Like you only make 1.5K a month. Like you have to quit that job. Help me out. Like don't. And of course she was like, look, my parents told me never depend on a man no matter what. And I'm like, look, we're married. You pregnant with my child. I can't have you working. You get what I'm saying? Plus you work
Hold on,
outside.
I never said that now. Hold on.
She said, you lying now.
I feel like that just goes back to that saying where you'll hear men usually say this, like, she wasn't with me shooting in the gym, right? I've always believed that you'll have a better relationship if you meet a man when he's still building rather than when he's already built, because there's more potential for you to add to the table. Nowadays they always say, what do you bring to the table? But if I literally helped you build that table, you could never question it, which is why I don't have an issue with dating someone who is in a struggling phase, but like you guys said, has that ambition, is executing, and I know that he's working towards something bigger. Because I can always add to that and make you greater, right?
And that goes back to what I think what men consider broke is different than what women consider brokey. He was hustling. He was getting another job. He had a plan. He was making progress towards that plan. He was including the wife in on the plan. And even like he said, to make certain investments, he went to get a second job. That's okay. He's showing initiative and back to what Miss Taken was saying, he was executing. You know, sometimes people execute and they fail, like acrimony. That's cool. Sometimes people make execution and they succeed, but I had to notice that that part, taking initiative and executing, is a very big. If you're going to date someone that's in a financially not ideal place for you, you have to look at that, like what he's doing with his time and his background and how he's like coming out. You can't just be like, oh, I'll love, I'm gonna just nah, because I feel like that's unrealistic and you can end up enabling somebody.
That
And
that goes back to
what
them
he, yeah.
building experience in that time. If we're using the movie as an example, it took him 20 years in order to get this device correct. So her sisters, they, oh man, what is he doing? He's fluffy, he's fluffing, right? The whole time he's sitting on a $5 billion project that sold and it worked. So I understand. I 100% understand what you're saying. However, I think that often this narrative, it takes away the genuineness of building a relationship with a person, especially if they're an entrepreneur or they're finding their way or whatever the case may be. I'm pretty sure all of us, we're all over 30. We didn't figure it out within the first 10 years of life or work or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years and I probably spent 10 of them motherfuckers broke. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's a part of building that experience of where, okay, I understand that this is how life works, this is how business works. And now when I walk into rooms, it ain't shit because I have the experience to be able to handle all of these situations with my chest up.
Hold on, y'all. Let me
Were
play this.
you during that time period? Were you operating in the same field or same line of work, or were you like bouncing around to different skills and
So it
opportunities?
was essentially in the same field. I went from art to well, from music to painting to art and uh and now to film. But that goes back to the conversation again that we had a couple weeks ago, where I was saying that any person jumping from job to job, that's not a good look. That's dangerous. That's taking away everything that y'all are literally talking about now. But y'all were the ones saying that people should do it. So it's
I never
contradictory.
said that. I don't remember that conversation.
17 to
When
21
when
I
we
mean,
were
who
years,
we were
said that?
talking
I
I
don't think
said
we
it.
were
nobody did.
experience
we were
different
we were
things.
talking about the young lady, the woman that was found unalived in the building for like 4 days or something like that. And every woman on the panel literally said that, oh well, that's why you shouldn't stay at a job if woo woo and woo woo, and it's okay to bounce around. And y'all literally all said that, but now you're saying that that's not a good track record for someone to observe. So y'all are picking and choosing when to stand by something, and when it's good and when it's not.
Hold on,
Are
y'all.
you
Let me play.
talking about women that's not
Let
on
me-
this panel that said something weeks ago?
Yeah,
Because I
right.
don't think any on
No,
this panel
it's
said that.
the very women that's on this panel right now,
Oh, I
So you're
wasn't
not
essentially.
talking
here.
about me because I never said it's okay for a guy to bounce around jobs and all that. I've never
Mm-mm.
said that.
Me either.
Never.
Y'all said people. We
I
it
said
wasn't
that.
it wasn't
I
guys.
said that between when they first go into college, that
I,
it's
I
okay
I
for
think
them
Jay,
to
I was trying to
pursue
play a
different
video.
jobs and figure out what career they like. I said we gave age ranges when we and then we also gave age ranges to where it's now at a toxic point.
That's
Or at least
not
I gave age.